So hi everyone, welcomes to YourPedia again. And so now I am here in this lab, that is a hydraulic engineering lab. And today with me is Mr. Vipin Kumar. So Vipin sir, first of all, I welcome to YourPedia platform. And just tell me about your lab and what is your profession here, and show us your lab.
Thank you. So I'm in lab. This is hydraulics lab, and we are dealing with the water resource engineering, different type of ground improvement technique, and we have different type of experiment. This is the open channel flow. This is dealing with the channel and canal something, and we have different types, just like impact jet apparatus. This is the Bernoulli theorem apparatus and the pipe channel, impact jet, the various type of experiment we have in this lab. So, and many of PhD scholars also working in this lab for research purpose. So I will introduce. Yes, Miss Manisha.
नहीं, अगर कुछ गलत हो जाता तो हम एडिट कर लेंगे, वो एडिट हो जाएगा। जैसे अभी मैं बोल रहा हूँ तो ये चीज़ भी एडिट हो जाएगी।
मैं उतना कैमरा फ्रेंडली नहीं हूँ। मैम आप बोल दीजिए।
नहीं, मैम का होगा।
इसके बारे में मुझे क्या पता।
स्टॉप कर लो ऐसा। कोई अभी थोड़ा पोज कर लो अपन दिव्या। थोड़ा पोज कर लो अभी 2 मिनट।
So we have different type of experiment here. This is the flow meter, and this is the metacentric height, the artificial rain apparatus. This is also rainfall simulator. We have generate artificial rains in this channel. We can produce and how to measurement the rainfall.
सर जैसे एज वी सी दैट द ये जब लेबोरेटरी है, थोड़ा मतलब बच्चे वैकेशन पे हैं
Right now in the vacation session,
Okay,
and
okay.
the most students are going into it.
सो यू कैन सी दैट वाटर सोर्स इंजीनियरिंग की अगर हम बात करें सो नंबर ऑफ टेस्ट्स बहुत ज़्यादा है यहाँ पे, है ना?
Yeah, yeah,
तो
this is
अलग अलग डोमेन के अंदर अगर आपको वाटर सोर्स इंजीनियरिंग की अगर हम बात करें फ्लूइड मैकेनिक्स के अंदर,
Yeah.
तो वी हैव एन नंबर ऑफ टेस्ट। सो मोस्टली टेस्ट आप यहाँ पे इस लैब के अंदर देख पा रहे हैं, और ये सर बेसिकली यूजी लैब के लिए, ये दिस द यूजी लैब फॉर अंडर ग्रेजुएट स्टूडेंट्स।
Yeah. But we have 2 and 3 experiments just like this is the artificial lens also.
Okay.
This is the research experiment, and then pulse meter also research experiment, and this is the most important apparatus. This water hammer important.
ये दिस द वाटर हैमर।
This is water hammer.
ओके, आई वाटर हैमर प्रेशर।
Sometimes the water is like
Yes,
impact
yes.
of water. The water hammer.
ओके ओके, द एडिशनल प्रेशर जो
Yeah.
विच इज क्रिएटेड टू द सडन स्टॉपेज ऑफ
And
वाटर।
also we have pressure apparatus, pressure plate apparatus.
ओके,
And inside this cabin, many students are sitting here, and we also working in different type of research area.
Yes.
So I will introduce most of the experiment.
ओके।
So, she is Neha, and she is also working in a research area. I will hand over to her. And explain about yours.
Hello, my name is Neha. I am a PhD scholar, 5th year student, and this is our water resources lab. The one you see outside is the experimental work, and the one which you are seeing here is the one where simulation studies are carried out. So generally my work is related to the rainfall as a primary variable, how the rainfall is varying over India, what would be the rainfall patterns all over India in the future, in the coming scenarios. I study the extremes, that is the part of the rainfall that causes the flood. So we deal how the flood are going to be occurring in the future. So for that we process climate data. I hope all people are listening that the climate is changing and the erosions are happening. So
Right.
the main reasons behind is I would say the anthropogenic changes that is happening. So what we do is there are few certain models that are being generated by different countries. In that they have predicted some parameters based on how the carbon dioxide or how the anthropogenic activities will be changing in the future. So my work is basically related how to extract that data and to assess critical information about Indian data sets in the futures.
Okay.
So for that, we generally use MATLAB as a coding platform, and I can show some of the work or the results. For
Yes,
example,
please.
like these are the manuscripts that I'm writing or going through, and this is some work. Like for example, this is one picture I can show you. So these are the assessment results. Like over here, this is one parameter or indicator that we have developed in this lab, which is known as obesity index. This index tells us how the tail heaviness is changing. Tail heaviness basically represents the frequency and the magnitudes of the extremes that are going to be occurring. So we have studied the past data that was confirmed or that was collected from Indian Meteorological Department, which is the meteorological department for Indian datasets, and all the datasets that are acquired by them are the authentic ones. So beyond that, the climate data are collected from different climate models. There is a portal known as CMIP6. Over there, like around 15 or 20 models I have selected that are suitable over India, and those models have their own specification. We downscale them to a particular scale so that the comparison between the data set that are already been with us at IMD, which is at 0.025 degree scale, could be downscaled. So basically in this image, if you see this 0.75 to 0.95 range tell us that like points for 75, it's okay, it's like I would say exponential tail data. Beyond that, that suggests heaviness, and jitna wo बढ़ता जाएगा, like the value, the value will increase, the tail heaviness will increase, and more the tail, heavier the tail, more chances of precipitation and extremes and floods will, like the consequences will follow in that respect. So if you'll see over here, this ranges, and these are for different time zone. This is scenario 126, this is 245, this is 585, this is 370. So the scenario 585 is considered to be the worst scenario. Worst case scenario, in this condition, the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is at the peak. The disturbances to the nature is at the peak. The human activities are at the peak. Human activities for means like the construction, the road construction, so those are at the peak. So in that scenarios, you can see the majority part goes to yellow color. This yellow color represents a value which is high enough from 0.75. So if I'll see, if you can see the comparison between the least significant one and a worst scenario, you can see that there are few patches in the consequent areas, but over here the patches have increased. So you can see that the disturbances that was not in the central India, now they have propagated also here, and the region, which is this region of Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, these are the worst affected, with Rajasthan and Gujarat. So what this represents is that if you know that the majority of the production of our country comes from these states, so if these states are at the risk of having the maximum amount of rainfalls or the chances of having extreme events, flash floods will follow, and this will destroy the cropping pattern that we see now, like in Punjab. The extremes are happening. This is not the month of rainfall, but yet the rains are happening, and they are not like they are like at a significant pace. They occurs at a random spacing with a random intensity. So this shows that such incident will increase if not taken care of.
So basically, ma'am, you are working on this key in future. You are predicting you're forecasting this.
So this is not
extreme.
forecasting. Actually, this is about the assessments.
Assessment.
So this data is already being produced by different global organizations. For example, this is the website. If you see CMIPC websites. This is one climate portal that provides the data sets at, like in the future, till 2100 from 2022. This is coupled model intern comparison project.
Okay.
This is World Climate Research Program.
Okay.
All over the world, there are multiple number of groups, I would say, those are working in the field of climate, and they generate the data using certain coupled model, atmosphere coupled model, and there is action of the data. Data is already being produced. My work is to access the information that is usable for us.
Okay.
So if like for a country like for a state like Punjab, if the Punjab government says that we need to analyze that which region in Punjab region are going to face the
Extreme
extremes at a worst state, so we can directly suggest or give them these maps that okay, this region are going to be more susceptible, so you can actually translate these values into the risk form that we do. So different work are being going through. This is one of the work that we have done.
So अभी तक जो आपने assessment किया है कि कोई अभी तक आपने किसी गवर्नमेंट को या पंजाब गवर्नमेंट को represent
अभी नहीं, because this is the ongoing work. We have submitted this in like research papers. I have 3 research papers published from current PhD work to are under review. This is one that we have recently submitted in a International Journal of Climatology. So this is one of the recent one. We presented this work in a conference in April, that is European General Union in Austria, Vienna. So we visited that conference and we presented our work there, and it was highly appreciated that okay, such kind of assessments are coming at a regional level also.
Okay. So along with that कोई और भी साथ में कोई प्रोजेक्ट इसके अलावा चल रहा हो यहाँ पे?
इसके अलावा मैंने भाखरा पे थोड़ा सा वर्क किया है in my initial days, like when I initially joined the institute, I worked on Bhakra. We did some trend analysis studies for Bhakra, and we analyzed that the stream flow and the rainfall both are decreasing in that region. So that shows that the dam would be most like shortage of water and shortage of electricity might happen, because अगर water ही production के लिए नहीं है, so there won't be enough. But also we found that there is enough sedimentation in the catchments.
Okay.
That is happening, which is reducing the reservoir capacity area. Yes, so that was the initial work, but then due to COVID, we were not able to do the field work because I was during the COVID region. So I shifted to statistical analysis.
Okay.
And in statistical analysis, apart from this, we have generated a few different methods also, which are statistical method to analyze the data sets in terms of their extremes. Like these are data analysis I would say techniques, which are very much feasible for the water resources data or the hydroclimatic data, because the general techniques that are popular among the I would say like in traditional way na, the departments and all, they use the backdate methods. ये वही gamma distribution use कर रहे हैं modeling के लिए. So what is the problem with those traditional method is that they are not able to encounter what the changes are actually happening. So there is a need to change the assessments. There is a need to change the methods that are being used for the assessment.
Okay. So after this PhD course, what are your plans? Where you
My
are going to?
plan would be to go into research itself.
Okay.
I would hope, I would definitely plan for a postdoc.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Postdoc from the IIT Ropar or any?
No, some other institute, because I think then I won't be eligible for a job here, but I want to come as a faculty someday.
Okay.
So that would be like, I would like to do it from some other place so that I can have more exposure. And I'm trying my best to get good publications. Till now, 3 has been done from this lab. My senior did 5. So Sagar sir is quite focused about the quality of the work as well as the quantity of the work we are doing. So hopefully things might turn well.
So thanks ma'am, आपने अपना टाइम दिया है यहाँ पे.